Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is, as you know, or maybe you don't know, it is July. And when July comes, we celebrate International Girl Get Your Swag Back Month. Yep, the entire month. We are celebrating women all over the world that have decided to make the bold decision of getting their swag back. And if you haven't been plugged into us just yet and you don't know what SWAG stands for, allow us to break it down. SWAG is the acronym for self-confidence, walk with God, attitude of gratitude, and God-given gifts and talents. And so we are all making the bold declaration, this girl's got swag. My name is DeYonne Parker, and I'm the author of Girl Get Your Swag Back and the founder of the S.W.A.G University. So I am so excited because if you could see her, you would know, and you're going to be excited too, because I went out to go and I had to go and get her, y'all. My purpose partner, y'all, who is Dr. Nicole Steele, the confidence coach. Let that sit in, okay? Let that sit in for just a minute. Because this week, our focus for International Girl Get Your Swag Back Month is around self-confidence. And so I put out a post in our SWAG Facebook page. And if you're watching this, hopefully that's where you're at, because it might also be on YouTube and you haven't made your way there. If you haven't, go to Girl Get Your Swag Back on Facebook and join our group. Is open for the month. Normally it is a closed group, okay? So today is Wisdom Wednesday, and I put out a post to talk about not only that this is the focus as far as self-confidence being the focus of this week, but I asked a question of you, two questions in fact. I asked, what advice do you have for another woman that would help her, that could possibly help her to build her self-confidence? And what advice do you need that could help you along your life journey? Help you build your own confidence muscles. So I thought it was only appropriate to go get Dr. Steele, the confidence coach, because this is her area of expertise. And I need to bring my partner in to ensure that we are giving you some advice. So Dr. Steele, girl, here we are in the month of July. I came to her office, y'all. I am on location. I came to her office because I wanted to get all the goods that she had to offer us. And so she opened her door kindly to let me in. So, because we've been talking about this thing, when we talk about confidence, in our business, Gym Makers, we have a 3C master model that begins with clarity. It also goes into confidence and courage. So I'm going to hand over the reins to the doctor that's in the house and let her speak on self-confidence and see what she has to tell us. Okay? Dr. Steele, it is all you.
Yes. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We thank you for joining us as we celebrate International Girl Get Your Swag Back. If you don't have your swag, if you are sagging right now, you still have time before the end of the month to get your swag, to, again, get your self-confidence, get your walk with God on, get that attitude of gratitude, put it in check, and then get those gifts and talents off of the shelf and put them into action. I am super excited about our focus today. And Dee, I think it's great that you posed the question to the audience, to the tribe, to the SWAG Nation out there. As women, and not to say that there aren't men who are joining us on this journey, but I want to speak specifically to women who are tuning in, because when it comes to self-confidence, we can attest that there's always oftentimes there is a silent, Dee calls it dirty talk, that's in our head. We can be our biggest critic. While we encourage our friends and our family, and we are oftentimes the biggest supporters of those around us, we can find ourselves being our biggest critic. And so when it comes to self-confidence, one of the important keys in my experience, both personally and professionally, is surrounding yourself with wise counsel, to take an audit, if you will, of those people that are in your inner circle, that are constantly in your ear. And whether that is physically, the people that you interact with, say at work or in your home, or even on social media. A lot of you are social media gurus, and you are on that Facebook and on that Instagram or whatever. But even there, taking an audit and determining who is in your ear. Are the people who you surround yourself people who you would consider wise counsel? Are they negative? Are they negative Nellies? Are they haters? Are they people who are not pushing you to your brilliant zone, but instead they're trying to prevent you from shining and shining on purpose? I love this. The things that we impart and share with the people who join us, both through S.W.A.G, through the work that we do with Priceless, the things that we do in Gym Makers, and even on the other side of the house, the work that we do with young ladies in Diamond in the Rough. It is important for us to take the advice that we are given. And so oftentimes the advice that we're given is just that. It's things that we have found to be tried and true in our own lives. So when the question was posed today about wise counsel and what advice would you have for others, as well as what advice that you need, it brought me back to the beginning of the year. In previous posts or in some of the communications, you all might know our story, me and Dee, as purpose partners, as business partners with Gym Makers, as women who've been walking together for close to a decade on a mission to empower leaders, ladies, leaders, and little girls. It is important for even us to stop, to pause, and to seek wise counsel. If you happen to be a woman who is maybe at the top of your game, maybe you are the one that is always pouring into others. Maybe you're always pouring into your family. Maybe you're at a job and there are a lot of demands on you professionally. Maybe you're the one in your family. Maybe you have aging parents that are looking to you for guidance and wisdom. And then you have your children pulling on you and your sisters and your brothers. If you're one that's always pouring out, this message is specifically important for you to give yourself permission to hit the pause button. At the beginning of the year, Dee and I, or actually at the end of last year, Dee and I have an extensive calendar. We got all kinds of things planned, but we felt like God was saying, not today. And he actually sat us down. He sat us down, and while it was different, it was so refreshing. And I can say that now on the other side. Having a moment to just press pause and not just to sit, but to sit at the feet of wise counsel. We actually took time and we invested time and energy in ourselves to sit at the feet of people that we admire, people who are doing things that we desire to do, people that have wisdom beyond beyond our current level of knowledge, if you will. And so as professional women, I want to say there is no shame. Sometimes we want to have all the answers. Sometimes because people are looking at us to have all the answers, we feel that pressure to hold up to that standard. But there is no shame in saying, you know what, I need some help. I need somebody to pour into me. I just don't know what to do. I need some guidance, some wisdom, because you don't have to chart every path yourself. There may be paths that you are called to charter yourself, but listen, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Chances are there's someone who's been there and who's done it. Whether you're dealing with financial challenges, whether you're dealing with emotional challenges, spiritual challenges, social challenges, whether you're trying to raise kids, whether you're walking out a single life and trying to figure out how to do that with grace, whether you're climbing that corporate ladder or maybe venturing into your own business or ministry, you don't have to do it by yourself. So get comfortable, take off that mask, and be willing to seek out wise counsel. Now, don't go asking any and everybody, because everybody doesn't have the answers that you need. But first and foremost, seek God and ask God, Lord, who can I seek this particular situation. And then build your confidence up, because I know how it is to open your mouth and to ask for help. You're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation, because guess what? That person might look at you with a side eye, or they might not have the time, or they might not have the interest. It's a vulnerable place to be, but get over it. Ask for the help that you need. Get the confidence and get the courage and step out. Open your mouth. And then on the other side of that, be willing to be that wise counsel for other people, because you have answers that are the answered prayer to someone on the other side. There's someone who was where you once were, who are sitting and who are struggling. They might be suffering in silence, but you have the answer. So don't just sit on that. Don't just get yourself all haughty thinking, yeah, I got the answers. Be willing, when you see a need, speak to it. Speak to it in love, without judgment, because you once were there. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all post and engaging with you all on social media, and continuing the conversation even beyond this week and beyond this International Girl Get Your Swag Back Month. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's seek the wisdom that we need, and let's be willing to give the wisdom that others are in need of. So that's it.
Love it. I love it. Woo! Y'all see why I came? Do you see? I had to come to my sister, because I'm telling you, this is such great information. I hope you had your pens and papers out and you were feverishly writing. You can go back and replay and listen to what she had to say, because I can't express enough. It's so important for us to not only just give the counsel, but we need to receive it. And that puts us in a place of having to be courageous enough to do it. I remember, Dr. Steele, one of the best pieces of advice that I got I've got several people that were actually here talking about swag, was from my pastor, Pastor Don Brawley. He said to me, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. I'm just going to say it again. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. It was like the light bulb went on, the clouds were lifted, and it was like, oh my God, that was the best news ever. So I got myself out of perfectionism and started to just push the button. I was building the plane while I was flying it. I was writing curriculum and teaching it at the same time. And then I got a chance to go back. So all of you perfectionists out there, that's a little bit of advice for you. Doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done, right? Progress is better than perfection. Dr. Steele, thank you so much for your wise counsel. I appreciate that. I know that others will. We encourage you to get out there, post what it is that you would advise another woman on the other side of you, and what help do you need? Ask a question, because somebody in this group is going to have an answer for you. God places people in our lives and our paths to give us wise counsel. Reach out and get it, okay? Thank you. It's been amazing. It is, again, International Girl Get Your Swag Back Month. We're going to be posting. We're going to be cheering you on. There's going to be some things that you want to register for. In fact, July 14th, you want to register for Just the Girl with Goals, because we are interested in helping you get to where God has called you to be, okay? So get to registering. We love you all. Have an incredible day. Bye-bye.
Bye.